I find it curious that Aaron Rodgers, when any report was out about the Packers and their plans on how he's like, well, you're not getting it for anybody in my circle. And I see that they're talking about, like, what are they supposed to do? Right? Like, what are we supposed to do? And I think the challenge for all of us in life is to first make it, right? Is to have a goal and try to accomplish that goal, to make it. But the second challenge is to not lose yourself. And I know, Jason Stewart, you are a big Aaron Rodgers, he tells it like it is fan, but the inability to get over yourself is not one that he's alone in having. Again, an inability to get over himself. But man, is it pronounced. Aaron Rodgers is worth the wait. He is worth the discussion. He is that good a football player. He has had that much success in his career. And despite what anybody tells you about Jordan Love and his readiness, and we'll play for it, Jordan Love may be a very good quarterback. But for the Green Bay Packers, the likelihood of winning next season is much higher if Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback as opposed to Jordan Love. That's just, to me, the reality of it. While he's not the athlete he used to be, the arm strength is still there. Plus, he has years and years and years of knowledge. Now, the body language was just awful at times over the past couple of years. But the talent is just so pronounced. But what are the Packers supposed to do? Here's Brian Gutekunst on whether or not he's heard from Aaron Rodgers.
Haven't had the conversations that we need to have yet, so really no update. Yeah, there's been some contact back and forth. Obviously, he's had some things on his plate, but hopefully those things will happen soon.
Do you want him back as the quarterback of the Packers?
Yeah, I think those discussions have to happen and making sure that it's the right fit. But obviously, we know the kind of player that Aaron is, and once we had those conversations, we'll be able to move forward. We'll have more to say.
Play that for me one more time. When asked the question.
Do you want him back as the quarterback of the Packers?
Yeah, I think those discussions have to happen and making sure that it's the right fit. But obviously, we know the kind of player that Aaron is, and once we had those conversations, we'll be able to move forward. We'll have more to say.
Now, part of me says he didn't unequivocally say yes, which tells you all you need to know. But when he talks about fit, I can guarantee what he's saying is like, look, dude, we want you back, but we can't do the bad body language thing. We can't do the not showing up for OTAs thing. We just can't do it. If you're going to do it, you do it. And if you don't, we shake hands and you move on. I understand that throughout my entire radio broadcasting, television broadcasting career, I have had and believe that this is the stance to have, which is somebody asks you a question. If the answer isn't yes, absolutely, then the answer is truly no. Right? It's like if you'd been dating a girl for a year and somebody says, like, what do you think? You guys are going to get married? I don't know, just figuring things out, slow roll in, Now I understand if you've been married before, if you have kids and other stuff, but if you're like in your 20s or 30s and you haven't been married, she hasn't been married, you haven't had kids, and you don't say yes, we know that the answer is no, but you're either just kind of too lazy or you just don't have it in you to go like, this is just not going anywhere. Let's just ride it out until it becomes obvious that it's going to fall apart. But the I don't know tells you what you need to know. I think in this case, it's pretty obvious. It's like this is where what Bob McGinn said was accurate, but also what Jeff Darlington said is likely accurate as well, which is they expect him to want to come back, but they just don't want to go through this stuff again. They don't want to go through the not showing up at OTAs. They don't want to go through the bad body language. They don't want to have to run everything by him. Like, we just go play football for a year and have a great year, and we'll all be good. Gutekunst was asked about Jordan Love and whether or not Jordan Love's ready to be a starter.
Is this a hypothetical, or is Jordan Love ready to be an NFL starting quarterback?
Yeah, I think he's ready to play, and I think he's ready to be an NFL starting quarterback. He's worked really hard. He's shown a lot of progression. I know he's really eager to have that, and I think that's the next step in his progression is to play.
Here's Gutekunst on whether or not he gets fatigued with the Aaron Rodgers ordeal.
Do you have fatigue about this in the offseason, the quarterback situation?
No, I think it's part of my job, So, and this is obviously a big topic that our fans and people want to know about. So it's it really, at the same time, certainly there'll be other discussions we'd love to have, but it doesn't fatigue me. It's just it's been pretty constant for a long time now.
Now, some of the Gunnenkunst thing is you want confirmation. You have confirmation bias, right? Brian Gunnenkunst is the one who drafted Jordan Love. He's the one who drafted Jordan Love. And this was, in fact, the plan all along, because if you remember back to when Aaron Rodgers first got his panties in a wad over the Jordan Love drafting, he was coming off of a year where he wasn't great. Now, it was a new year, new install of the whole thing was bad. Just wasn't a good year. He didn't perform all that well. And he didn't seem to like a lot of things going on. So they're like, maybe he's got some decline. We'll take a guy who's 2 years away. Well, look at where we are now. Listen to all that stuff and tell me what you think about where they are with Aaron Rodgers. Love to have him back. Great quarterback, but we have him back. Do you want him back? He didn't say yes, absolutely. He's the best quarterback in the history of the Green Bay Packers. And I know the Packers had Bart Starr and Brett Favre. He's the greatest quarterback we've ever. That's what you say if you really want a guy back. But they've gotten to the point where they're like, we got to have some sort of talk about fit and if it actually fits, whatever. Now, I understand what's he supposed to say about Love. He's a guy he drafted. That's a guy he drafted, a guy he believed in, a guy whose stock within the organization has gone up. He's done absolutely nothing wrong, and has just sat there quietly and waited and been ready. I also think the fatigue question is a real one, but also probably a plant, right? Hey, man, ask me if I'm fatigued by this thing. No, it's good. It's part of the job. It's part of the job is not I love it. It's Aaron Rodgers. Hey, if you ask me the same question and I really want Aaron Rodgers back, you're like, are you fatigued by the quarterback situation? No. We got Aaron Rodgers or Jordan Love. These are two incredible options. We want Aaron Rodgers back. Ask me all the time. I'll have the same answer. But when he says, it's part of the job, right? That's like somebody asking me, like, are you fatigued by doing your expense reports? No, it's part of the job. Right? That's not I'm not fatigued. I love it. Expense reports, get my money back. Love that. Part of the job is it's like saying, it's honestly like saying she's got a good personality. Do you want Aaron Rodgers back? Listen, we'd have to have some discussions there. We'd have to see if it fits. Everything you need to know about the Green Bay Packers and their feelings about Aaron Rodgers are right there in all those sound bites. He's awesome. He's been awesome. Everybody's worn out by it. If he wants to come back, we'd have him back, but he's got to stop all the crap that just drags everything down. The negative energy guy just can't do it. Can't do it in the offseason. Can't do it when things go bad. Can't do it with the bad body language. And as tremendous as Aaron Rodgers is, as bright a dude as he is, as much as J. Stu loves that he tells it like it is, this is the feelings of an organization. And some of it's not his own doing, right? Gunnenkunst love affair with Jordan Love comes from the fact that he found him, he discovered him, he fell in the draft, and that's why he grabbed him. But everything you want to know is in all those cuts.